On the open shortgrass prairie, the American pronghorn holds an absolute monopoly on survival. Here, where the horizon stretches uninterrupted, her evolutionary design is flawless. At a sprint, a pronghorn can reach 60 miles per hour. To her, the coyotes are not an immediate physical threat. They are merely an inconvenience she can easily leave behind. The pack divides. They aren't trying to catch her. They are steering her. By cutting off her return route, they force her to keep moving into unfamiliar territory. Pronghorn anatomy is highly specialized. Her legs lack heavy lateral ligaments, designed only to swing forward like a pendulum. Here, every sideways step threatens a catastrophic sprain. Every vertical foot climbed costs exponentially more energy than a mile of flat sprinting. The environment itself is now doing the predator's work, draining her reserves. A golden eagle. It is not hunting an adult pronghorn. But this apex predator is an expert at recognizing vulnerability from miles away. The shadow alone is enough to break her concentration. And in this unforgiving terrain, a momentary loss of focus is all it takes to trigger a critical mistake. Her blind flight has pushed her to the very edge of the badlands. Before her lie the rocky foothills. A dense, vertical environment completely alien to a plains dweller. Suddenly, she freezes. Despite the trailing pack behind her, her attention is entirely hijacked by a single tree trunk. What has she detected? A critical survival calculation. Behind her, the relentless tracking of the pack. Ahead, the invisible threat of a silent killer. And in the foothills, danger rarely approaches from the ground. The mountain lion. The apex ambush predator of this vertical world. But in the wild, survival often hinges on the slimmest margins. The thermal draft abruptly stalls. The acoustic fog lifts. Running now would trigger the cat's chase instinct. Instead, she relies on the strict economy of the predator. If the lion knows she is watching, the statistical chance of a successful kill drops to zero. The plains, and the safety of the herd, are finally visible. But the sun-baked clay creates a vast thermal mirage. Visually, the landscape is fracturing. Instinct screams at her to run. But running now, with depleted muscles, is a guaranteed death sentence. She must force them to engage on her terms. It is a dangerous gamble of behavioral psychology. She is physically drained, but she is broadcasting an absolute willingness to fight. Predators are pragmatists, not heroes. The kinetic threat of her hooves is too high. So, They transition from active pursuit to a tactical siege. Panting is her only mechanism to shed core heat, but every exhalation strips precious water molecules from her bloodstream. The coyotes do not need to fight her. The sun is doing the work. To stay is to die of thermal exhaustion. She must abandon her fortress and attempt to close the distance while the herd is still within range. She seizes the momentary confusion. Pushing through the bottleneck, she breaks out of the rock funnel. The claustrophobic terrain is finally opening up. But one final geographical obstacle remains. A steep, dry wash separates the badlands from the safety of the plains. It is a dangerous, chaotic descent. Her straight, specialized legs are not designed for steep slopes, forcing her to ride the loose earth to the bottom. Inside the arroyo, the acoustic landscape abruptly changes. The thick earthen walls absorb the vibrations of the herd. She is suddenly cut off from her sensory lifeline. Canines are masters of parallel pursuit. Rather than committing to the trench, they track her from the rim, conserving energy while waiting for her inevitable attempt to exit. The climb demands absolute commitment. If she loses her footing now, gravity will drag her backward into a fatal defensive position. The instant her hooves strike flat earth, the ecological balance of power completely inverts. The badlands are finally behind her. Predators cannot afford to waste calories on impossible pursuits. The mathematical reality sets in. Solitary, she was a highly vulnerable target. But as she merges with the collective, her individual identity dissolves into a sea of identical shapes. Survival in this environment is not a singular victory. It is a daily, relentless negotiation with the landscape itself.